So let's talk about version control system in today's lecture. And so let me talk about version control system. And this is the system which is established to make the work of a programmer simpler. Like for example, there are two types of version control system. You can take a centralized version control system and distributed version control system. So when I mean centralized version control system, it is a system in which a files or data or is stored in remote repository or remote file as a remote file in a remote server. But when I mean a distributed version control system, the files, folders, and repository, everything is saved in a remote as well as a local repository. So many people can make the different changes. So now, after understanding the distributed and the centralized version control system, I am going to talk about Git. So, what is Git? A Git is simply a software which is designed under a distributed version control system concept, which allows users to edit, share, and organize their experience in using this version control system known as Git. And the most popular version control tool that is used by the programmer these days is basically a GitHub. We have GitHub. It's one of the mostly used version control tools used by the programmers, and it has many advantages of GitHub use. So basically, whenever you type a program and suddenly you come across some changes, so the life becomes very harder for the programmer. In this case, what the programmer can do is simply push the current program to the GitHub, and whenever the change is necessary, he or she can add a new branch to that changes, or they can simply download the previous file, download the previous file from the GitHub and make some changes and upload to back to it later. So um, so in case in the middle, if you want to make some changes in the program, it is not headache for you. You can make the changes simply by going to the previous file, because everything is recorded by the GitHub. You can access the date, you can access the time, and you can access the program using the GitHub. You cannot this doesn't mean only you can access and you can make the changes. Others user who have the capacity to view your file, they are also allowed to make changes and commit to that changes in the GitHub. So it's a very wonderful tool for programmer. It's simple to use, and it's one of the most important lessons that every programmer should understand prior to starting a programming journey. That's all for today. See you guys in next video. Take care. Bye bye.